You know, the final event is fastly approaching, man. You know, and we're witnessing a time. You know, it's like we are approaching. You know, to witness a time of great temptation, man. The hour of temptation, which is gonna come upon all the world to try everybody, man. And what's that trying? What are you gonna be tried with? You being tried, you know, to you consciously take this mark and plant it under your skin, man. From this, from the powers that be, you know, that govern the whole world right now, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, man. You know, because here it is, this nigga Biden signing executive orders. You know, signing executive order to usher in a new digital currency, man. And see, this was the whole plan all along, man. And since the beginning of this year, you know, when you were seeing, you know, major countries, not, just countries upon nations upon countries, man. You know, just their governments completely falling apart. Like Sri Lanka, you know, declaring bankruptcy. The whole people are in in an uproar. China in an uproar. Same thing with Canada. Same thing with Panama. You know. What else? You know, in many other countries, man. You know, everybody's all up in an uproar. You know, everybody's all up in in a complete uproar, man. You know, and the people, you know, have fucking no, clue how these things are shifting, man. People have no idea how things are shifting, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the prophets are here are for. They were sent forth to break it down to you, man. To wake you up and reveal to you the plan of this devil, man. Because everybody's getting ready to step in line, to comply to this new system. Mainly to this image, man. And this is an image of the beast. You know? That's what you see, you know, Biden signing this type of, executive order. Ushering in this new, like by December 13th, this new digital currency, man. You know? Because here it is, the dollar, see, the dollar, at any given moment, this shit's about to be done away with, man. You know, so this is pretty much like a way of jumping ship, which ultimately it was all planned, because see, the elites have always been planning this to do this, man. This whole NWO scheme, it's always been in the working, man, in the making for this to be, brought forth. Since the dawn of America, pretty much, since the dawn of the Illuminati, which is what, like 1773, if I'm not mistaken, or 1776, if I'm not mistaken. It's lucky. Pretty much, this plan has always been in the making, man, and we're seeing in these last days, centuries upon centuries of the secret council of the wicked, bringing forth to pass what we know, as his so-called New World Order. This is exactly what John the Revelator, like the Apostle John, on the island of Patmos, saw, man. Revelation 13 and 16 on down, man. Saying this is the exact vision, man, to where he saw this devil causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. know. And how he saw a lamb, it's like a beast I was likened to a lamb with two horns, if I'm not mistaken, with two heads, pretty much. Pretty much, that beast, was pretty much the two, the two political parties, Democrat and Republic, you know, which is the same thing as in Rome. Matter of fact, I'll get it. This is Revelation 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea. I saw a beast rise up out of the sea. And it's like this is verse this is verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And it's talking about America right here, man. The two horns as a lamb, speaking as a dragon. Is pretty much him coming back, into that Roman, speaking as that fourth beast, as the Romans, man. He comes in with the same type of spirit, as you see America today is literally revived Rome. The festivities, the governments. You got two divided, two divided parties, public, the Democrat, and the Republic parties. You know what I'm saying? And which back in Rome was, ancient Rome, the two parties were the plebeians and the patricians, if I'm not mistaken. And this is America coming back in that same estate as the dragon, as the Rome, because the dragon is dealing with the Romans, man. Speaking, and this is the two lambs. It's like this is the beast with two horns like a lamb. The two horns represent those two political parties, and speaking as a dragon, coming in a manner as ancient Rome. That's why you see like fucking like NBA or like NFL, like MLBs, like these the sport industries, the arenas is built like a coliseum, literally. These events. You got these like everything is literally like that, man. It's lucky. Verse 12, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And matter of fact, I'll keep reading. Actually, and America is making all the world to wonder after the beast, man. With NATO and the EU. And this is a way of him causing all the world. See, when you read, that executive order that this nigga Biden was signing, in December 13th, like by December 13th, he's getting ready to usher in this new digital wave currency, and pretty much, and when you read to that article of the executive order, it's fucking, it's like it's paragraphs long. It's super long. But the spirit had it, to where I read a certain part of it, and like a bunch of big ass words, but pretty much, it was saying how how America is the is the world leader, to influence blah blah blah, because that's true, because America is the spearheader, to lead the world and shit. Everybody follows after America. Anything America does, all the other nations follow after it. And and him ushering this new thing, this new currency, you know, everybody else is getting ready to fall in line, man. You know, everybody else is getting ready to fall in line if they ain't falling in line already. Because see, this is giving, you know, complete power over, you know, to the, you know, the elites, man. You know, to, you know, because why? Because the only way to, you know, to take access, you know, to make accessible to these new currencies, you know, is gonna be through what? Through a device, man. Through a device that's tied in with this thing, man, with the whole, you know, this whole system. And that's gonna be, you know, the C hip, the, you know, the brain of rice, man, implanted under your skin in order for you to buy things, to pay things, to sell things, to function in this new society. And this thing is gonna have all your credentials, man. You know, all your all your credentials, and you know, and you know, your IDs and shit, all this stuff, man. You know, and here it is, this nigga Biden. Man, the spirit is on this man. And Yahweh Shem outside is really doing this thing. You know, is using Biden, you know, to do this thing, man. Because here it is. I believe it was like last week. He was signing. I'm not sure if it was like an executive order, but pretty much how, you know, he was saying how, you know, trillions, no, it's like billions of dollars, you know, is being distributed into making, you know, these C hips. You know, he said that, you know, I believe like last week. You know what I'm saying? People, man, you people have no idea what's coming. And all you camps that's, you know, Israelite camps, that's, you know, these other Israelite camps that's not telling the people what the MOTB is, you know, man, it's just gonna be a lot of explaining. Y'all gonna have a lot of explaining to do, man. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you know, starting with the elder apostle Tahar, on down to our elders and our bishops. You know, the Lord has been working with, you know, with individual men to give you correct, upright, 100% truth, you know, raw doctrine, man. You know, but this is let me get another precept. Second Ezra chapter 9. The second Ezra chapter 9, verse lucky. Verse 5. Like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and the end is being made manifest. You know, we are approaching the time, you know, Revelation 13 and 16, right? Which I'm about to go back to. It's Revelation 13 and 16. Actually, no. I'm going to continue reading on from where I left off. It's Revelation 13, verse verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And that was dealing with what was it? In World War II, when that first, atomic bomb dropped in those two Japanese cities, um, like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You know, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and those two bombs, dropped on those two cities, and that struck fear, like upon everybody in the world, because that was the first time ever, like people ever saw that type of stuff. Like this nigga's diabolical. That really struck fear. Like imagine it, man. Like out of nowhere, regular day, and this, and boom, a regular fucking day. And here this nigga go, just drop 2 atomic bombs in the city. Not one, but 2, man. He dropped 2 of them, man. Like that struck fear, that really struck fear upon all the world, man. Because that, bro, to this day, people that suffer that, is devastated from that, man. To this day, you still see the imprint of the shadows of people, their silhouettes from where they were sitting and standing, still burnt, imprinted, in certain places, man. Over there, in those 2 cities, man. I'm gonna show you how devastating just the atomic bomb was, man. How much more these nuclear weapons, man. And that's what it means, to where, he made it to where fire dropped from heaven, man. That was a miracle, man, in the sight of men. Because like that, no one ever knew. Like prior to that day, when they dropped those 2 bombs, no one ever knew. No one ever knew that such power like that ever existed. And that was a great wonder, man. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. He conquers other nations. He just invades countries and gives you shit like democracy. He gives you, opportunity, as they say. Making you, make covenants, and make an image with this beast, man. To make you, to convert to his ways. To convert to his currencies and shit. To make, covenants with him. Making an image into the beast, man. And this, this new currency that's getting ready to be brought forth is an ultimate image, man. Because the only way to make accessible to these currencies is going to be through what? To taking the seed hips, the grain of rices. That's the only way, man. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. To follow after the ways of the Romans. To leave off from your old customs. Hey, like that saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans. That's literally the 14th verse, man. To make an image into the dragon, man. What it's like, the 12th verse, like, to make an image into the dragon. And the 14th verse, it's talking about, to where it causes, the world to make an image